Maintaining a winning mindset, particularly when starting a business or property investing. Hello, my name's Mark Fitzgerald and welcome to the Property Unleashed. Maintaining a winning mindset, particularly with whatever is going on in the world, whatever's happening in property or whatever happening in your business. It can be very, very difficult to maintain a winning mindset, to have the get up and go that we all desire and want in life. We want to be getting out of bed with a spring in our step. We want to be ready for the challenges and the day that's about to begin. And if you're getting up sluggishly, if you're snoozing, if you're not ready to go and ready, then you need to change your mindset and you need to start making things fun. You need to start making things exciting in your life. You need to gamify what you're doing and you need to be pushing yourself forward by knowing exactly what it is you're going to be doing on a day-to-day basis. And if you don't know what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, then you're not setting yourself up for success. So in this video, I'm going to help you, or podcast, depending on how you're watching or listening to this. I'm going to help you. I'm going to show you what to do when setting yourself up for success and giving yourself that winning mindset. So first and foremost, you need to know what it is you're looking to do. You need to know what it is you want to achieve, and you want to also be ready for the week ahead. Now, this for me starts on the Friday on the week before. I like to sit down, and it probably takes me about 20 minutes, half an hour now to plan out all my tasks and what I want to achieve the following week. Now, you can do this even if you're still in full-time employment. You can just fit these tasks in. I'd have no more than 10 tasks, but you can have 3 tasks, 1 task. I would try and keep it under 10. Otherwise, it can get too much for you and you'll become demoralized because you won't be able to hit them all. Particularly if you work very long hours and you have a family to support as well. So make sure that you've got at least 3, I would say. Let's at least go for 3 tasks in a week if you're seriously busy, but know exactly what they are and don't have the easy tasks. Have the tasks that are going to move you forward step by step in your business and your property investing as you're moving forward. The mind is a fantastic machine, and by tricking it, by saying to yourself, I can achieve these and I will achieve these, you will put yourself in a good position, but your mind needs to see these first. So document them, schedule them into a diary if you've just got a written diary, or use Google Calendars or whatever calendar you've got on your phone, just to schedule these in at times that you know you can do. Now, if you do lead a really busy life and you're saying, well, I've got young children or I've got people that I need to take care of, so I don't have a lot of time in the evenings, I don't have a lot of time at the weekends, try and get up a little bit earlier. Try and schedule something in to get up earlier. Let me tell you now, if you're scheduling the right tasks that are going to move you forward and change your life for the better, you will get up earlier. You will get up earlier and you will be happy to do so. I can't even remember the last time I set an alarm, and I get up about 5, half 5 every morning to work on my businesses. That is my time alone to beat everybody up, to beat the competition up, so to speak, but to be able to educate myself and to be able to know the tasks that I want to be doing. And I sit down knowing exactly what it is I want to do. It's no good turning up at your desk or wherever you're going to sit down and do some work and thinking to yourself, right, I've got an hour, what should I do? You'll just start scrolling the internet, or you will not actually find yourself doing anything of any major importance. You need to sit down and say, right, boom, I need to call these agents. These are agents that I want to call today. This is somebody I need to speak to here. I need to send emails to this. I need to do this. These are the things that I know I need to do. And set yourself a few tasks to get through. And if you get through them, brilliant. Have some more. So if you've set 3 tasks, set 6 tasks. But if you only get 3 done, happy days. Listen, if you only get 1 done in that week because the week's just gone to pot and everything's just seemed to be happening, it's still 1 more task that you've done that you hadn't done the week before. And over the course of a month, over the course of 3 months, of 90 days, if you review these and look back, you'll see that you're a lot further forward than you were when you started those 90 days. And that will become a habit, and that will become a bit of a good drug, if you like, moving you forward, pushing you forward. So another top tip there really is to make sure that you're doing the hardest things first. So don't just procrastinate and do all the easy things, or send an email, do this, do that. If it's difficult for you to call people, make sure that's the first thing you do. I'm going to call these people, because otherwise it'll be playing on your mind. You'll procrastinate around. You'll think to yourself, I can't do this, can't do. And you'll also then start to keep the promises that you're making yourself. And that is the most important. You can't keep promises to anybody else if you cannot keep them to yourself, or you cannot follow through when you say you're going to follow through on something. You need to believe in you, and this will help you to do so. So make sure the most difficult tasks are the first things that you try and do. Now you could say, well, Mark, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I can't call agents at 5 o'clock in the morning. Let's be sensible about this. No, of course you can't. But you can prepare yourself ready for it, and you can do the other tasks until the timing comes where, agents are open and things like that. Let's be sensible about this. But make sure that you're not procrastinating and you're not just putting things off, doing the easy stuff that's not really going to get you anywhere. It just feels good at the time. It's the hard stuff that really will make a difference. And fear and worry can be a major factor in helping you. Fear and worry can help you, okay? You might be saying, what are you on about, fear and worry? I hate fear and worry. I hate worrying about making calls. I hate the fear of rejection. Listen, the more you fear and the more you worry, the closer you are to success, okay? The more you fear and the more you worry, the closer you are to success. When I worry about making phone calls, when I worry about what people will say, normally good things happen from that. Why? We seem to have this trigger or mechanism in us that wants to protect us all the time and stop us from getting out there, doing the difficult things, doing the things that we might get rejection from. Not everybody, some people fly through this. But if you're anything like me, I used to procrastinate on these things, which is why I know now that this will help move you forward. If you're worried about something, if you're fearing doing something, get it done. You will feel so much better, and it will be the major thing that's holding you back, okay? Get it out there. Let people do what they want to do. If they say no, if they reject you or anything like that, that's fine. It's all just business. Don't take anything personally. But if you're worried, if you're nervous, if you're fearing something, that's a good sign. And that is a sign that you're pushing yourself out of the boundaries that are keeping you comfortable, that are keeping you set in your ways. I was set in my way for years. I went on this treadmill in the corporate world, and it wasn't until I opened the boundaries that I started to get myself out there. I started to push myself further forward, that my life changed for the better, and I'll never look back now. So I recommend that you get used to these feelings and embrace them. If I'm going to stand on stage, or I'm going to deliver my talk or speech or help people in any way, I get a little bit nervous. And at first I was like, I hate getting nervous. Now I embrace the nerves. It means I'm doing something that's important. It means I'm concentrating. I want to do a good job. Embracing the nerves means that I perform better. And I find that if I'm not nervous before I do any of these things, sometimes my presentations or whatever I do can seem a bit flat. Why? Because the nerves aren't there, firing me up, making sure I'm excited, making sure that I'm doing something that I love. So face the fear and do it anyway, as the old saying goes. So if you're struggling with time, you need to monitor and track your time. Now, if you've got a day job, then monitoring and tracking that is no point realistically, unless you want to be more proactive and constructive in your day job, and potentially maybe you can do that a bit quicker and free up some more time for yourself. But when you're working, you want to be tracking yourself in the sense of, I try and work in no more than 60 to 90 minute blocks, and I set a timer, and after 90 minutes I'll have a break. Now, I might only have a break for 30 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes. Some people go for 15 minutes, go for what works for you. I'm quite good if I can just walk away, maybe make a coffee, maybe grab some water, maybe grab a bit of fruit or something like that, come back and then crack on again with the next task, or finish the task that I was on. But I find that after 60 to 90 minutes, I start to struggle to have productivity. My mind starts drifting, and I need to refocus and reset. So just track your time, track how long it takes you to do things. What you will do is you'll set yourself time limits. I'm going to do that for 20 minutes. I'm going to do some calls. Those calls might take you 45 minutes. But until we've tracked it, we don't understand how long things will take. Now, the beauty of this is if you actually start tracking your time at the beginning, or when you're in the early stages of setting up your business, you will be able to, when you actually start employing people, when you start bringing in potentially virtual assistants or employees, you will be able to know that the time it takes you to do things is genuine. So if somebody comes in and you can do something in 25 minutes and it takes them 45 minutes, yes, they're new to it, but it's not that bad. Do you know what I mean? If it's taking them 2 or 3 hours, then there's a major problem, or they're taking a mickey. But you'll have a more of an understanding about how long it takes things. And I've used to say, oh, that only takes 15 minutes. Then I'd go and do it. And 25 minutes later, I'd still be doing it, thinking to myself, well, this should be only taking 50 minutes. How do I know that? I don't, because I hadn't tracked it. So track your time so you know how long things take. And then when you do have employees or you do have people helping you, you'll know how long things will be. And also, then if you're actually tracking and setting up your routines and you're planning the week out with your tasks, you can say, I know for a fact now that takes me about 45 minutes. So I've got an extra 15 minutes there. I'll ping some emails off and some messages off in the 15 minutes I've got left before maybe my lunch break's over, or however you're working it. And one of the other major things to do is to reward yourself. Listen, we're all going to have to go out there and do things that we feel uncomfortable doing. There will be something somewhere, whether it's reading spreadsheets and you're not massively into that, or it's talking to people and you're not massively into talking to people. I hate invoices. I hate spreadsheets. I hate all of that. I like to be out talking to people. I like to be looking at deals, talking about deals, helping people. But there are certain things that you still need to do. So I reward myself. Okay. Now, you don't have to be spending money all the time rewarding yourself. You know, if I've done a good task or I've done something good, I'll go and have a coffee. Maybe I reward myself with a coffee. Maybe I reward myself by just having 5 minutes longer than I would have had at a break. Silly little things, but certain things that you can just say to yourself, do you know what? Put your head down, get this done, and then we'll have a little reward. And if it is a bit bigger, you can reward yourself with maybe a takeaway, or going out for something to eat, or going to watch a movie, or just doing something nice with the family. It doesn't even have to cost you anything, just to take them out, take the kids out to the park. Say the reward is I get to spend time with the family, with the kids now, going out there and making sure that they're having fun. And in turn, I love to see that myself as well. So make sure you reward yourself with the tasks and things you do and build that winning mindset. It'll take time. It's about routine. It's about habit. It's about making sure that you follow those processes through. If you need help with any of this, visit thepropertyunleashed.com and you will see free tools and resources to help you out here. We are going to be adding a 90-day planner as well. So you can plan out your tasks every 3 months. Then you can review them. Then you can make sure that you know what you're doing each month, each week, and each day. Okay. And then when you do actually get to the end of the 3 months, you review the whole thing. And it's amazing to see how far you've come. If you don't monitor it, if you don't review it, you'll never be able to track it. And if you can't track it, you will always struggle to find the success that potentially you have waiting for you. I hope this video's helped you. Please feel free to subscribe, like it, share it, give it to somebody you think needs to listen to it. And like I say, feel free to reach out to me in the comments or on social media platforms if you need any help or assistance, or just enjoy the content that we're putting out there. And even if you don't enjoy it, still reach out to me and let me know why you don't enjoy it, because I'm always interested to know. Thank you for joining me, and bye for now.